Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well because the markets definitely aren't making it easy to stay calm lately. Between the Fed's latest rate move, that unexpected meeting between world leaders, and another round of wild overnight swings, it feels like crypto is living on caffeine and chaos. But if you look closer, beneath the volatility, something much bigger is building, especially for XRP. But before we start, quick mention is that when markets turn unpredictable, I personally use platform for leverage called Bitunix. It's built for traders who need both speed and safety when the charts go wild. I will leave the link in the description if you want to check it out. All right, so let's unpack what really happened. So while most of the US was asleep, the presidents of two of the largest economies sat down for what was hyped as a pivotal global meeting. Traders expected fireworks, a potential trade deal, tariff relief, maybe even a signal of cooling geopolitical tension, but instead we got diplomacy light. Promises of cooperation, a few trade tweaks, and plenty of optimistic headlines, but no signatures. And markets hate maybes. Within minutes, algorithms caught the lack of substance, and a 3.8% drop ripped through crypto in less than an hour. Bitcoin longs were wiped out, and Ethereum tanked below $3,800. Solana hit 190, and yes, XRP got dragged down too. But then something happened that very few noticed. The sell-off ended as fast as it began. XRP printed a perfect V-shaped reversal, climbing right back to its pre-crash level. That kind of recovery isn't random, it's usually because of whales, and blockchain data confirms it. Large wallet accumulation spiked during that exact hour while retail panic sold. Deep pocket players were actually buying. So if we rewind to the Federal Reserve's announcement earlier this week, another 25 basis point rate cut, that means over the next few months, the capital will start shifting from bonds and cash back into equities and digital assets. And when that kind of rotation begins, it doesn't trickle, it actually floods. So look at XRP structure for a second. We're consolidating between 2.3 and 2.6 right now at the time of reporting, squeezing tighter and tighter while volume dries out. That's the same setup we saw back in late 2017, just before XRP exploded from a few cents to nearly $4. Back then, the market was filled with disbelief, fear, and people calling it dead money. And here's the paradox. Sentiment data shows retail confidence near yearly lows while whale wallets keep growing. Why? Because they're reading the same macro landscape we are. They see inflation cooling, rate cuts opening the liquidity valve, and major players like DBS, Franklin Templeton, and SBI slowly migrating to blockchain settlement models, many built directly on or alongside the XRP ledger. So this is what smart accumulation looks like. Fear on the surface, quiet conviction underneath. Ripple's technology is being embedded into systems that handle billions per day, not speculative meme coins, but real financial pipelines. That's what gives XRP the potential energy it's carrying right now. If you're feeling anxious about where crypto is heading, that's normal. Everyone is, but if you zoom out for a second, every time we've seen these steep pullbacks, the same pattern plays out: panic, disbelief, accumulation, and breakout. 2020, SEC lawsuit panic. 2021, regulatory fear. And every time, the infrastructure behind XRP quietly got stronger. So this is an opium, it's basically the cycle of logic. We are watching the next foundation phase before global settlement moves fully on chain. And XRP, whether people want to believe it or not, is one of the very few assets positioned at that intersection. So this week's market chaos, the meeting headlines, the Fed decision, the sudden crash, it's all noise compared to the underlying shift that's happening. Money is moving. Systems are modernizing, and the same fear that's pushing small investors out is what creates a window for institutions to load in. So don't let the headlines spook you. Watch the behavior, not the emotion. And if you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who's been doubting their XRP bank lately, and subscribe for more grounded updates. And if you're trading, obviously during this volatility, as I said, Bitunix is linked below, my go-to for stability when everything else feels like chaos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.